Hey folks, Led Smith here from Dadskills University, and guess what? Taxidermy's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I brung him. We got us a Honda Shadow 1100. I don't know what year this is. Let's do some digging. So if the insurance card I found on this thing is accurate, this thing looks to be a 2007. So we got a 20-year-old bike, 20,279 miles on it. Now it is a non-running bike. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to a client of mine. I'm kind of doing this as a side job. This bike has been sitting for a number of years and it's had gas in the tank. Battery's dead. I don't know how well you can see in there, but we definitely have a lot of rust. Whenever the tank is toast from rust and fuel sitting in there for so long, that cap just kind of seizes to it. Might not be that bad though. I mean, I've seen them where you can dang near stick your finger all the way through the tank, the rust gets so bad. But I'm feeling pretty good about this. But hey, it's been sitting a long time. This is a project I'm fully embracing. I'm hoping to do a series where I can walk you through the things that it takes and what happens to a bike whenever it sits. When it just sits and sits and it does not want to run anymore. If you haven't already hit that like button and subscribed, go ahead and do it now because this is going to be some content that you do not want to miss. So I think we need to find the battery to this guy. That's the first logical step to me. So here's my plan. We're going to go ahead and pull this battery out. We're going to put a charge on it, and while that's happening, my intention here is to pull this tank, empty all that old fuel out, and see if we can put together a plan to get it cleaned up. All right, here she is. Sorry, mud daubers, y'all got to go. I was hoping to find a date on here. I got no idea how old this battery is, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on a charge and then focus on that tank. All right guys, so I got this clear bottle, this clear glass jug. I just want to drain this old fuel into so we can see what it looks like after it's been sitting a few years. But this line might be a little bit of a pain to come off, but we're gonna get it. We will get it. Someone's already removed the clamp, so we're just gonna see if we can pop this dude off, and hopefully this thing does not have fuel rushing out right away. Oh, it does a little bit, not much. But I've got this hose. We're gonna run it into there. Let's see what happens. Wow, nothing's coming out. So it makes me feel like maybe this whole deal is just blocked up with rust. That's about all I've been able to get out. These do not look like factory bolts here. That's alright, as long as they work. Alright, so getting closer into this fuel tank now. Looks like an 8mm, and I'm guessing maybe a 13. Let us see, let us see. That's probably a 12. Yep, correction, that's going to be a 12. Alright, so tank is loose. loose. It does have fuel in it, but here's the thing, it might not have as much as I thought it was gonna have, which is a good thing. Oh, there's definitely fuel in there, but it might not be able to come out if it's plugged up with rust. We do have a vent line on the other side. Maybe we can work through that vent line. Well guys, so far I got this tank off and I'm not finding a good way to drain this. I might have to just pull the gas cap off and use a large funnel. Oh yeah, that's a lot of gas. Whew. That's got a stink on it too, buddy. Kind of hard to do it justice in that red container. Alright, so we're gonna pour this stuff in this glass jar. And that's gonna kind of help us to see what this gas looks like. Obviously, you don't want to do no cigarette smoking or nothing crazy like that while this is going on. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull this valve to drain it out. I think there's some kind of standpipe in here. Let's see what this dude looks like. Oh, that's pretty gnarly. That is pretty gnarly. That is all gummed up fuel, guys. Oh yeah. That's rust and water and old gas. So we'll go ahead and check this oil level here. So one of the things I'm wanting to do, if I can get a good charge on that battery and be able to turn this motor over, I'm wanting to see if I can shoot some carb cleaner into the intake and get it to turn over. That oil is pretty dirty. So even if I can get it to turn over and run, I don't want it to run too long in this old oil. So guys, according to my little fluke meter here, we got 13.26 volts. But if I disconnect it from the charger, we're still below 12. And my charger is saying that it's charged up. So I don't know. This battery might not be able to hold the charge, but I've got another battery and I'm going to go ahead and hook that up to it. Lord willing, we're going to get this bike to turn over today and maybe even cough up a little bit of exhaust for us. And I've got a good battery on this winch, so we'll see if this winch battery here will get it to kick over. And just so you know, I've got that gas tank and everything away from this because it's not uncommon for a spark to occur when you do jump a vehicle. Nothing is happening here. I don't think we even have lights coming on. Alright guys, so still working off of my little winch battery over here. What I did do though is I changed up my ground. Believe it or not, a lot of times the engine or the frame is a very solid ground compared to the actual ground cable. So let's see if she'll start giving up a few secrets. Oh, did you hear that? Look, that's a wolf. That's a wolf coming right out the exhaust. All right, guys, so best we got so far is with a decent battery hooked up to it, it will power up. You will get that starter to turn, only we don't have a whole lot of strength to it. We got enough that you can actually tell and hear that the motor is building a very slight amount of compression. Hopefully the sound on the video will pick that up for you. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do now is take the battery off the charger. I'm going to hook it back up, but I'm going to roll it next to my truck, and I'm going to have the jumper cables on it, you know, with my truck running, because I think this old gal is just a little bit too stubborn to start, even with the decent charge right now. So we're going to have the benefit of a running vehicle. We're going to just do it like that. It's still turning over very weak. So I'm gonna let this thing just charge off of my truck for a little while, and we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so when this thing is not hooked up to the truck, it does nothing. There's no power whatsoever. The lights aren't even wanting to come on. So this battery is just toast, complete 100% toast. This thing is gone. Just gonna go ahead and pick up a new one, guys. All right, guys, so I just got back from town with a brand new battery. So we're gonna put this dude in here and see what we get. Remember, the goal is to just get this guy to turn over, and with some carburetor cleaner, I'm just hoping we can actually get it to fire. Oh, these things are a pain. All right, there's the key. Hey, we got lights. We do have lights. Oh, listen to that. All right, guys, so the success here is we accomplished exactly what I was after. One, I wanted to drain this tank, and I wanted to have enough of a charge. Needed to replace the battery to do it ultimately, but we replaced it, and we confirmed that the motor does run. It's got compression. It's got good ignition, good spark. The only thing that we didn't use was the bike's own personal fuel supply, but you saw what came out of the tank. I didn't even want a chance running any of that through the system. So now, with what we know about the fuel tank, we also need to consider the carburetors, which this might have 2 carburetors. I don't know. My Yamaha's did, and I'm guessing this one might also. So I'm saying it plural, but we're probably going to find good chance 2 carburetors. We'll need to break them down. There's probably going to be a bunch of gunk inside the float bowls. There's a good chance some of the screws are going to strip out. Yeah, it's kind of ugly when you get into them things. This is a bike that has sat a long time, but today it has run. Hey, thanks for watching. Keep watching, because I got more great stuff coming for you on this bike. Leadsmith out.